A few years ago, I thought that savings means I should give up buying or even the things that I love, but I feel that I was very wrong doing or deciding that, because now I understand that savings actually means that cutting off the things that you don't need to buy the things that are really, really important. So in this video, I'm actually going to talk about the purchases that I made that I've stopped making, and this is saving me hundreds and even thousands of dollars. So guys, stay tuned. Let's go through these things that I feel these are savings. These are things that I've stopped buying, and I'm actually making money from not doing those things. The first one is actually going to be something that I call what is called convenience purchasing. When I talk of convenience purchasing, I talk about, oh, I mean things like buying my coffee in the morning. I think of buying energy drink. I think of these things that I used to buy um, every day, and I feel that these things don't cost me. It's not costing me a lot of money. But when I looked at it, when I stopped it, I realized how much I saved just from making my coffee at home. So I, instead of buying every day a coffee of €5 or $5, I instead changed to making my coffee at home. I bought my coffee machine at home, and now I can make my coffee conveniently at home. And it costs me when I do the calculation, imagine that I used to drink about um a cup of coffee, let's say a cup of coffee a day, and for what, 5 days. So you just take five times $5 times five, that's already $25 a week, and then take it times 30 times 1 month, and then you calculate it for a year. That's a lot of money I've saved just by making my coffee alone. So this is one thing that I feel that I've stopped doing, and this is actually saving me a lot of money. So the next thing that I stopped doing that has saved me a lot of money is actually what I term cheap buying. So cheap fashioning. So what I mean is actually buying cheap things. I noticed that buying cheap clothes, buying cheap shoes, in the long run actually costed me a lot of money, because in your intention, or my intention was that I don't want to spend much on buying expensive clothes. But to be honest, I feel like when you buy something that has a good quality, it's actually going to save you money in the long run, because I actually use those things for longer periods, like getting a good t-shirt for myself. Of course we want to save money, but also you have to look good for yourself, and for your own, your own pride, not that you, because you want to save money, you are going to just relegate to buying some kind of really, really cheap things, and those bad so early, and as such you have to buy again another one, because you will not walk naked, because you want to save money. And then the other thing that I stopped buying is actually this this one is really, really crazy, but is this Amazon stuffs that, Amazon online buying. You not only Amazon but other online buying stuffs. You are back at home. You are back at home, sitting on the couch, and that lazy feeling, and then you are browsing online. You see some t-shirts, some handbag that you like. But I've noticed that when you can take those things, put it in your bag to pay later, and then you think about those things, those purchases later. Think about it for about 48 hours, and then you come to it. Sometimes I've realized that after 48 hours, I actually go and delete those things, because I now see that I don't need it. So the next thing I also stopped buying is actually subscriptions that I don't need. So I go through my bank account, bank statement. I see that there are subscriptions that I'm not using. That gym subscription that you're probably not using at the moment. That app subscription. I actually noticed that they have been cutting me money for an app that I was using a couple of years ago, and I stopped using that app. And also my PlayStation, I've not been playing PlayStation for so long, but they are still cutting me money for PlayStation subscription and all those things. But honestly, I'm not I've not played that PlayStation for so long, so I stopped all those subscriptions, because these subscriptions are things that you are not using at the moment. but you actually forget to stop them. There are months that I actually pause my Netflix subscriptions because I'm not using them at that moment, so I have to pause them rather than paying or buying these things that I'm not actually using them. Guys, there's another thing. The next thing, or this is actually going to be the fifth thing that I stopped doing, that is actually saving me a lot of money, is actually upgrading tech so fast, or upgrading so quick. This actually means that, there is people always have this culture of upgrading their phones. The iPhone watch just came out, that the bigger iPhone watch came out, you have the smaller iPhone watch, you now go to buy the bigger one, and all those things. I already have an iPhone watch, so why do I really care about upgrading to get the bigger iPhone watch? What is the difference? So I avoid those kind of, quick upgrade, and those kind of upgrades that, to be honest, they really don't add that much difference, or they really don't make that too much difference in the service. So I actually stopped upgrading things so fast. Like my laptop as well, I've been using this laptop for close to 5 years, and my it actually works perfectly well. So I these are things that I now think about it so critically before upgrading, and that's something that I've seen that it has do stop doing these things has or stopping doing these things has really saved me lots of money. Because when I think of it, like, giving back my iPhone to get a new iPhone, of course, the business side of it, they always say that you pay slowly over time, but when I do the mathematics, I see that I'm actually putting myself in a situation where every month I have to keep paying something back, and that's something that I intentionally want to avoid in order to be worth. So that's another thing that I really, really avoid. The next thing, the number six thing that I avoid doing, or that I stop buying, is actually to stop making expensive nights out. So, of course, we want to be what, we want to hang out with your friends. But I do these things nowadays more strategically, because I understand that hanging out, especially in the weekends, that you say that you want to hang out with your friends and just have fun. Yeah, it's really good, but when I think of the economic side of it, sometimes I was hanging out with my friends not because it's something that I planned. It was just because I was that excitement of hanging out. But I did not actually do the calculations. Imagine that every week, every weekend, you have to hang out with your friends, and you are spending about, let's say, in maybe $80 every weekend. So just take $80 times four. That's a lot of money. So that should be about $360 that you're spending just in hanging out with friends. But if you can reduce the hanging out with friends maybe to one time a month, at least it makes more sense. And that's actually what I've been doing. I kind of sometimes, if the hanging out with friends don't really match with my program, I kind of avoid those things so that I can save money and do other things. One other thing that I've stopped also doing is actually hobbies that I'm not really engaging in the moment. At the moment, you know, there were times that I engaged in music classes as a hobby, and also learning guitar and playing piano and all those things. But because life happens, I have three children. I'm really busy family person, so it becomes hard for me to maintain all those things. Of course, I love playing music. I love playing guitar and piano and all those things, but those things come with the money. I paid for the classes, and I paid for all those things. Well, so when I looked at the thing, let's say in a month I had to attend about maybe 8 to 10 times, and I found out that I'm just attending just once, or at maximum twice, and I'm paying about $400 just for that hobby. I kind of see that that hobby is something that I can pause for now and continue building my wealth. And actually, this is one of the strategies that I use to pay my debt that I actually mentioned in my other video. Guys, if you've not watched that video, I feel like that debt-free video was a turning point for me. So if you have not watched the video, go and check it. Check out how I actually moved from all this debt kind of life, paying my credit card loan. Wow. paying my credit card loan that has been on my neck for very long time. And like I said, the number eight thing that I've stopped doing is actually stop buying cheap things. Of course, the cheaper the thing is actually a reason. There is a reason why that clothes is cheaper. There is a reason why that shoe is cheaper. There's a reason why that thing is cheaper. And when you look at it critically, sometimes the qualities are really really low, and sometimes really bizarre. So yes, you want to save money. You want to, you don't want to buy expensive things, but it's also good to buy quality things, because I notice rather than me buying five shoes that are of really low quality and cheap, it's better I buy two shoes that has good quality. Because when I think about it, when I look at my shoes at home, I now notice that the shoes that had good qualities and better quality, I've used them for quite a long time, and it has saved me time, it saved me money. I don't have to go to shop to look again for another shoe, because those shoes are there actively helping me. So this is one thing that I feel people misunderstand. Sometimes it's really good to buy quality things, especially when you think about it, like your my furnitures at home and all those things. When you buy good furnitures, you see that you don't have to change furnitures too fast. And when you buy cheaper furnitures, they get broken with kids and all those things jumping on them. That thing actually is also a way to save money in the long run. So the next thing is actually also this what they call purchase buying, status purchase. So when you buy things for status, you want to show people that you've upgraded. Now you're in Europe, you're in America, you are making lots of money. So you feel that you have to buy this thing to impress. You have to start driving Tesla, or you have to start driving that next big car that you are actually taking, that you have not actually paid the car, you are paying mortgage every month, and this thing is slowly eating your money. And that's something that I've seen a lot of people wasting lots of money on it. Actually, like when it comes to cars, guys, focus on a car that gets you from point A to point B and keep building wealth. Because a car, buying new cars, those are things. Yes, you want to drive new better cars, but car is one of the things that eats your wealth, and reduces your possibility to build wealth over time. Let me give you an example. When I bought a new car, I now notice that I have to pay insurance depending on the car company that gives me the car. So when you buy a car, you have to buy bigger insurance depending on that car dealer company. So you are not doing things on your own terms. You're doing things on the company that has a car, because the company has to be ensure that that car is safe, so that their money keeps coming. And as such, the insurance company is also going to give you high insurance bills, so that the car gets all the full coverage, that in case something happens, the insurance is going to cover that car. So as such, you are paying a lot of money on that. And when you think about so many of these things, you now see that at some point I've seen somebody who took a car, and after a couple of months he went and gave back that car, and actually still paid money to return the car. Because at the time, every time you use a car, the car keeps depreciating, and when you go now to return the car, the value is not actually the same like what it was when you took the car. So all those things, those luxury, yes, I said you should buy quality things, but it doesn't mean you should buy luxury things and all those kind of extravagant clothing just to impress people. By the way, people are so busy with their lives that whatever you're doing that really concerns you, people don't really care about you, like what you think. And the last thing is actually anything that is to impress people is not something that I focus on. So I stopped buying things to impress people, because like I said earlier, people are so busy with their lives, and they don't really have time to, you know to focus on your own things, because they have their own things going on. And everybody wants to build world, everybody wants to live their life on their own terms. So I feel like this one thing is really really important, because if you keep living life to impress people, you will never get to the end. Because when you buy a Lamborghini car, when you go to the road, you will see somebody with something better than you. So when you are living to impress people, the standards keep getting up and up and up, and it's like a cat race. You can never really catch that race. So yeah, guys, so what I noticed is that building wealth is actually about limiting some things, right? You have to limit some kind of expenditures that you have, and I've come to understand that you can actually build wealth even with a normal salary. Is just to make a system that works for you, and also good create or create cultivate really good habits. Guys, thank you so much for staying here with me on this video, and I hope this was really beneficial to you guys.